Every single day I go through every second of my labor wondering how it happened. But the doctors don't know because when I got to the hospital, my water is broke and she meconium aspirated. This comment isn't just bound to this mother. You replay every moment of labor trying to figure out when things change. You ask the doctors, but instead of answers, you get uncertainty. And when your baby has been diagnosed with HIE or a possible subsequent CP diagnosis, that uncertainty is not something that is just easy to ignore. From a medical legal standpoint, there are ways to start being able to try to work to put the pieces of the puzzle together or to piece things together. One of the first things that we will look at is the umbilical cord gases. These can give clues about whether your baby experienced a lack of oxygen shortly before birth. If the cord gases show a low pH or a high base deficit, that can point to more than likely a recent hypoxic event. But if the gases are closer to normal and your baby still has HIE, we need to then ask how long was distress going on before anyone decided to step in and act. That leads to another important question, and that is how long was your baby on the monitor and what did the monitor actually show? If your baby was on continuous fetal heart monitoring for hours, there is a record of what was happening before birth. Was the strip already showing, was it showing a steady or reassuring pattern? Were there signs of distress that should have led to action by the medical professionals? If there were late decelerations, prolonged drops in the heart rate, or minimal variability over an extended period, those couldn't be red flags. If those signs were there and nothing was done, then that is going to be a major concern with things. Then there is the issue of meconium. Meconium stained fluid can be a sign of stress on the baby. So the next question is, how did the medical team respond to that? If there were signs that your baby was struggling, were the right steps taken based on that? Were they prepared for potential complications at delivery? If meconium aspiration happened, was resuscitation handled the correct way? These are very important factors and questions that you need to take a look at and understand. Another important thing is your baby's head circumference and weight at birth. This matters because sometimes hospitals will try to say that the HIE injury, it must have happened earlier in pregnancy. But if your baby was born at term and had a normal head circumference and a normal weight for a term gestational age, that argument begins to kind of fall apart. A full-term baby with normal growth suggests that the injury may have happened closer to delivery and not months previously in pregnancy. That said, sometimes serious complications can happen before a mother even reaches the hospital. You know, there are cases where a baby experiences distress before labor begins, and in some of these situations, it's not going to be the fault of anyone. It just happened that way. But if your baby was on the monitor for an extended amount of time and there were warning signs, those are things that should not be ignored. And then finally, we have to look at the delivery decisions, the decisions for delivery itself. If there were signs of distress and there was hesitation in moving to a C-section, did the medical team, did they act quickly enough? Or was there a delay that allowed the situation to continue to get worse? Hospitals will sometimes say that they just do not know what happened, but the medical records in some cases can tell a different story. The answers are often in the details, you know, the cord gases, the monitoring strips, the birth rate, and the timeline of events from getting to the hospital, getting the monitor on, all the way into delivery. And if you do not want to pursue a legal investigation into things, you can still get a medical second opinion. That second opinion may confirm what the hospital originally told you about your baby's condition and its cause, or that second opinion may give you a different explanation. Either way, it can provide clarity to you as it pertains to what may have happened. Again, I'm Marcus Paulson, and if you have any other questions about your baby's HIE brain injury at birth or subsequent CP diagnosis from a medical legal standpoint, don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. You can find out more information about me. You can check my my profile. You can find out more information about me there. Or if you're on certain apps, you can just reach out to me that way and send me a DM and we can chat for a little bit about your baby story and what you got going on. Or you can just wait and watch the picture that follows this video. All right, that's going to be it for this afternoon's quick educational video. Have a great day, everybody.